Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Friday, it is December 20th. I'm Michael Taylor, thanks for being here. Our last day of fall, the solstice is tomorrow, winter begins, and just in time for Christmas. And we had a great show for you today, as a matter of fact, and not going to be winter weather, it's not going to be a short one, it's going to be a regular timed one. We have John Hovnesian from Harvard Eye Associates coming in. He took an amazing trip to London recently, talked about, he learned about the origins of modern-day cataract surgery. He's going to share that information with us and a lot more, so stay tuned for that. And then we have Sports Corner with Cole Young, always a good time, so I'll look forward to Sports Corner. Lots of football, as always, lots of stuff coming up for next week, so looking forward to that one. Right now, though, we got to look forward to some movies. We're not going to be around much next week, so get your This Day in shows while you can, because next week we are taking a holiday break, and we got lots of movies lined up for you. On Christmas, we got A Christmas Story, It's a Wonderful Life, and a classic, The Green Book. And then on December 26th, a real funny movie, Best in Show. Then we got American Underdog, and a great movie called Lion. That's going to be at 5 o'clock. Make sure you see that one. Downton Abbey, A New Era, on the 27th, and then The Upside and Paper Moon, a really wonderful movie with some great actors in that one as well. And then on December 28th, the Blues Brothers movie, a great one, Miracle and Alice in Wonderland. So, hey, great lineup for movies next week while This Day takes a little bit of a break and we enjoy the holidays with our families and friends as well. So enjoy those, and we hope you enjoy that one. Hope you have a great holiday, and we'll be back the week after that one. Hey, let's take a look at our weather while we're at it. And we got some great temperatures for today. And then we kind of move into, hey, Saturday is this first day of winter. And so there you go. We got some 60s back in the forecast. And then as we move into New Year's Eve, and rather Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we got some nice cool temperatures for Christmas. It'll be nice for us. It's our version of Southern California Christmas, but we got mostly cloudy and some cooler temperatures in the 60s. All right, let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset, and we have a great, wonderfully themed Christmas picture here. This is Lexi. Thank you, Debbie Byrne. She always sends us a good picture of Lexi every year for her Christmas dress-up dog, and a beautiful one there on the couch. We got our sunrise this morning was at 6:51. Sunset tonight will be 4:46. If you'd like to send us some holiday pictures, it's not too late. Christmas trees, your dogs, your cats, whatever it might be, decorations around town, go ahead and send them in to us. Email lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, we got one meeting to tell you about. Then when we come back, we'll be talking to John Hovnesian from Harvard Eye Associates. Stay with us.
Hi, my name is Dr. Faramant. Brilliant Smile has been the premier dental office of Laguna Woods Village for over 30 years now. We take the extra time to understand our patients' unique needs. We truly care about your happiness and dental wellness. We always provide the absolute highest quality of dental work at very affordable prices in a very relaxing environment. Stop by or give us a call and experience the Brilliant Smile difference. We are conveniently located close to Gate 6.
Your first day of retirement. What will you wake up to? Freedom? Time? Adventure? Your ideal retirement doesn't just have to come alive in your dreams. Awaken to your new reality. Awaken your spirit, your vision. It's not a dream. It's your next chapter, your future, and it's in reach. Next generation retirement doesn't happen by accident. Plan for your bright future. Awaken to what's possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats.
Tonight at the Barclay.
Something is happening.
Tonight at the Barclay.
The Barclay in Irvine.
Live entertainment, you don't want to miss it. Tonight at the Barclay.
Cue the lights, take your seat, and it's right down the street at the Barclay.
Welcome to Harvard Eye Associates. We're focused on your eye care at all three of our Orange County locations.
Our new location in Laguna Hills, Orange, and San Clemente.
Each facility features the latest in advanced technology and diagnostic equipment.
And a trusted collection of doctors that care about your vision and your quality of life.
We deliver what matters to you and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
welcome back to our program, John Hovhannissian from Harvard Eye Associates. Welcome back.
Great to see you, Michael. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. I was going to say we're gearing up for the holidays. A lot of things are happening. And I'm sure you're going to be taking some time off, but you recently took a little time off. You went to London, but it wasn't all play. It was also some very interesting thing about kind of the origins, the beginning of like modern cataract procedures.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to be among 150 cataract surgeons from around the world who were invited for a really special historic event in cataract surgery. It was the celebration of the 75th anniversary of the first intraocular lens implant, the first lens placed inside the eye, in cataract surgery to replace the human lens.
So for cataracts before that, was there a treatment, or was it just sorry?
That's a great question. So in the old days of cataract surgery, and honestly, not many people will remember somebody who went through this because it has been so long we've been using these lenses. But it used to be we'd take the lens out of the eye and that was it. And you would wear very thick eyeglasses or contact lenses, which, we were doing this in those days only in very advanced cataract and very older patients, and it was pretty tough for them to wear contacts. So a lot of them wore these thick eyeglasses. And that was a problem. It really was not an ideal solution.
Right, so the giant Coke bottle that go into the kind of the joke ones you see now that actually blur your vision on purpose to make you walk into walls. So cataracts would just be something that we just losing my vision, and to the point where now I'm literally blind, and take it out, it's better than nothing.
That's right, and there are parts of the world where that's still the case. We talked about Armenia. That's still the case in parts of Armenia where people are blind, from cataract. But in those days, anything that restored light to the eye was a positive, even if it required Coke bottle glasses afterwards. But there's an interesting story that happened during World War II to a British fighter pilot who was shot down in his plane. And the canopy, which then was made of a new material called plastic, and it shattered that plastic, this early material, and shards of it went inside his eyeball. He was seen by an RAF surgeon named Harold Ridley, who looked at it and said, gosh, this is a bad injury, but the eye's actually not reacting badly to this piece of plastic in it.
Kind of like it would normally a foreign element infection or that kind of thing?
Yeah, well, and that still can happen, infection, but there was not in this case infection, so he was lucky not to have that. But the foreign body itself wasn't causing problems. And at that time in medicine and in ophthalmology, the dogma was any foreign body, you remove it. Why wouldn't you remove it? It must be bad for the eye. And he made the very bold action of not doing so he could observe it. And he did, and he found that over time it continued to be well tolerated, which led to the idea that, hey, maybe we could intentionally put a foreign body inside the eye, a focusing element to take the place of the cataract lens that we remove. And so on November 29th, 1949, the very first intraocular lens implant was done by Sir Harold Ridley. He was knighted later for his invention. But he was shunned at the time. He was really kicked out of the medical establishment until they realized that, hey, this idea really does make sense.
Right, and that's that change of, like you said, it was a heresy to leave something in the eye, and then all of a sudden you put this plastic lens in there, this new kind of form of plastics. My boy, just like we're graduate plastics,
Yeah, that's right.
It's the future.
That's right. It's the future.
And so it just kind of paved the way for everything all the advances we have today.
It's incredible, what it's led to for us. I mean, it all had to start somewhere, and so a bold surgeon who made that choice that really nobody else was willing to make led the way. And so it was a lovely event that they had for the foundation, the Ridley Foundation, Harold Ridley's family foundation that supports eye care in the developing world that we went to, and it was really a lovely event. But it reminds us of how far we've come in 75 years. Harvard Eye's been here 50 years, but it's, lens implants 75.
Yeah. So let's talk about cataracts and what is, for folks who don't quite know, maybe they haven't experienced it themselves, what is the ultimate cause of cataracts? So what does it look like?
Yeah, so a cataract means that the internal lens inside the eye, the one we're born with, becomes cloudy over time. And it's a gradual process that begins, honestly in our 20s and 30s when we get the first signs of clouding. Progresses throughout life. One sign of impending cataract is in our 40s when we start to need reading glasses. That's really just the beginnings of what will lead to cataract. Later on, the lens becomes cloudy so that even with glasses, you can't see well. Far away or up close or whatever it is that you're doing becomes harder. And so as that continues to grow, it becomes an impairment for people.
Okay, okay. And is there something, some people get cataracts, some people don't. So do we know the root cause of why some people, it happens to some?
There seems to be some genetics involved,
Okay.
but it's a little bit like graying of our hair, right? It's going to happen in different people at different rates, but it's caused by not one thing, but a whole bunch of different features that cause this aging process to progress. And in the case of cataract, lots of things. And of course, there are genetic conditions. There's trauma. There's exposure to UV or actually infrared light can cause cataracts. Lots of different causes, but the typical one is just the thing that kills us all: birthdays.
That gets to me
every time.
So when a patient comes to you and they're having the early signs of cataracts, what do you do? What do you look at? What do you tell them?
Yeah, so often people feel like they need new glasses, and indeed sometimes glasses do help. At some point, though, it becomes a problem that the world's best glasses cannot solve. And so then we talk about surgery, which is a really simple procedure, a 5 or 10 minute procedure while the patient is relaxed and sedated so that they're comfortable, the eye is numb, so maybe they'll see a little bit of light, but they're not seeing any detail, and it's over with. Most people say there's no pain at all, and the next day can go back to most normal activity. They can drive, they can read, they can shower, they can use a computer. So there's not a lot of downtime.
And you do one eye at a time, right? And that's one of the things people need to understand too, is like, okay, I'm got one and then we're going back to the other. Now, why do we do the one eye at the time?
It's a great question because we want to separate those risks of surgery. Any surgery has risk. It's always important to acknowledge and understand that. Putting risks into two different categories, the really bad things and the not so bad. The really bad types of things can happen about 1 in 1,000 times, and those are things like retinal detachment and infection, major bleeding that could, if we couldn't control it, lead to loss of vision or loss of the eye even. Very rare. 1 in 1,000 is the starting point for that. The other category is sort of the fender bender. It's the not so serious issue that is more annoying than it is blinding. Delayed healing, needing additional surgery, having a scratchy feeling in the eye, double vision, a droopy eyelid. I mean, I could go on and on. There's a bunch of things. And sometimes we can fix them, sometimes we can't fix them. Those are each about 1 in 100 type risks with surgery.
Now, as 50 years of Harvard Eye, there have been many changes in the way, the approach of the surgery and the lenses and and just the whole procedures. What are some of the things that you're seeing now that are just the cutting edge stuff?
Well, it's just remarkable the advancements we've seen. So about 10, 15 years ago, the big advance was what we call refractive cataract surgery, where now we're not just getting rid of the cataract and putting on different glasses, we're getting rid of the cataract and in many cases the glasses as well. And that's because with that lens we put inside the eye sets the vision for the rest of the patient's life. The prescription is not expected to change in the future. So if we can get it precise enough to give them the glasses that they need inside the eye, they may not need glasses for many, I won't say all, but many of their activities.
I can get rid of these readers for once and for all?
We have ways of helping you with that. We certainly do.
And if someone is having those challenges, what's the first step that they should do? Should they go to the doctor and then you guys work out a plan? Yeah,
it's a good idea to see your eye doctor and ask them, do I have a cataract? How much is this affecting me? Really, it's driven by a feeling that you're not seeing as well as you should, even with your glasses. In some cases, patients are motivated by potentially getting rid of or reducing their need for glasses. That's not a reason to do cataract surgery, at least through insurance, but there are ways we can help those folks as well, sometimes involving similar surgery, sometimes other surgery. So talk to your eye doctor. And of course, we have a wonderful team at Harvard Eye, but there are lots of great eye doctors in the community here, and we work with virtually all of them. And if you'd like to see us, we'd be delighted to take care of anybody who can hear my voice.
All right, well, Dr. John Hovannisian, jet setter, eye doctor, Harvard Eye Associates, celebrating 50 years. Congratulations on that again.
Yeah, milestone.
And Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas to you. Have a great holiday.
Thank you, thank you. All right, you're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
At Harvard Eye Associates,
we are committed to your vision care
and quality of life.
It's a commitment we don't take lightly.
Our trusted team of doctors provide specialized eye care using state-of-the-art technology.
We deliver what matters to you.
and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
For some of you, it may be time to replace your dated windows and doors. I'm a resident of Laguna Woods and have served the community for 10 years. As a women-owned business, you can trust Window Jazz to provide seamless service from the moment we meet to the completion of the job. Most jobs are completed in just one day.
Window Jazz put windows in my home. The service was amazing, the price couldn't be beat, and I would recommend them to anybody.
Call Window Jazz now to schedule your free consultation.
Happy holidays, everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and with the holidays just around the corner, this will be the final episode for Sports Corner for 2024. It's been an incredible year in sports, and I've had a lot of fun covering it all, and I look forward to what 2025 has to offer. For now, I'll get into everything from the past week and preview what we have on the horizon. As usual, starting in the NFL, the playoffs are just 3 weeks away. It's do or die for a handful of teams. A few teams are coasting after having already clinched a playoff spot, and a lot are just waiting for the season to end as they have already been eliminated from the postseason. In Week 15, teams like the Bengals, Rams, Commanders, Buccaneers, and Broncos all boosted their playoff chances by picking up wins. Some were nail-biters, like the Rams' win over the 49ers, and the Commanders holding on to narrowly beat New Orleans in the last second, while the Bengals, Buccaneers, and Broncos all scored a ton of points in their wins. In what was probably the game of the year so far, we got a preview of what very well could be this year's Super Bowl matchup, the Bills versus the Lions. Bills quarterback and current MVP frontrunner Josh Allen ran for 2 touchdowns in the first quarter and threw 2 touchdown passes in the second half, leading the Buffalo Bills to a 48-42 victory Sunday that snapped the Detroit Lions' franchise record 11-game winning streak. Allen was 23 of 34 for a season-high 362 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Lions didn't go down easy, though, and Jared Goff had a career game of his own. Goff matched a career high by throwing 5 touchdown passes for the NFC North leading Lions, who now sit with a 12-2 record. Goff's 5th touchdown pass came with just 12 seconds left when he connected with Jamison Williams from 3 yards out, but the Lions couldn't recover the onside kick to set up a game-ending Hail Mary try, and the Bills held on to win. On the other end of the quarterback spectrum, the Atlanta Falcons announced this week that they're benching quarterback Kirk Cousins. Cousins left the Vikings this past offseason and signed a massive 4-year, $180 million contract with the Falcons. Just weeks after, the Falcons faced heavy criticism for drafting quarterback Michael Penix Jr. early in the first round back in April. Now, Penix will get his shot in Atlanta. The Falcons basically had no choice but to bench Cousins, unfortunately. The 7-7 Falcons are still in the hunt for the NFC South title, but their lead on the division crumbled during a 1-4 stretch in which Cousins threw only 1 touchdown pass and 9 interceptions and took 11 sacks. It will be interesting to see how Penix performs in this offense and what the Falcons decide to do about their quarterback room in the long term. I yet again went 3-1 in my picks this past week, bringing me to 36-10 on the year. I didn't achieve my goal of having only single-digit losses this year, but that's what happens when you put your faith in the Carolina Panthers. Anyway, hopefully I can get back to my undefeated ways this week. For Week 16, I'll go with the Lions to bounce back from their loss and pick up a win over the rival Chicago Bears, the Vikings to make it 8 wins in a row with a victory on the road in Seattle, Buffalo to handedly beat the Patriots, and the Packers to get a primetime Monday night win over the struggling New Orleans Saints. With all of that said, here's the weekly playoff picture update. The Steelers and Texans claimed their seats in the AFC with wins this past week, and the Vikings punched their ticket as well after their incredible win streak continued. I've mentioned it before, but as a spoiler alert, this show is pre-taped on Thursdays. So, with that said, the Broncos might have already clinched their spot with a win over the Chargers. If not, they can still clinch with a win next week. The Ravens can also earn their spot with a win this week. In the NFC, the Bucs, Rams, Packers, and Commanders are all looking like shoo-ins to the postseason, but a win this week for all of them would definitely not hurt their chances. No new teams have been officially eliminated, although this list will without a doubt change next week. The first round of the college football playoffs kicks off today, and there are a handful of must-watch games to see what programs will advance to the next round. Tonight at 5 p.m. on ABC, we'll have the first playoff matchup of number 10 Indiana and number 7 Notre Dame in South Bend, Indiana. The winner of this matchup will move on to face the Georgia Bulldogs in the Sugar Bowl. Then, starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday, number 11 SMU will travel to Pennsylvania to face number 6 Penn State to see who will face Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. That game will be on TNT. Following that, at 1 p.m. on TNT, will be the number 12 Clemson Tigers facing off with number 5 Texas in Austin, Texas, for a chance to play Arizona State in the Peach Bowl. And closing out the day will be probably the game of the week, when number 8 Ohio State will host number 9 Tennessee in Columbus, Ohio at 5 p.m. on ABC. Whoever comes out on top of that game will have the toughest task going forward, as they will have to face the top-ranked Oregon Ducks in the Rose Bowl. The second round games will all be played on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, so don't miss out on any of the action. I don't usually make college football predictions, but might as well give it a shot. I'll go with Texas, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and SMU to win out of the first round. Sticking with college football, but away from the playoffs, a major household name made headlines this past week. Bill Belichick was hired to coach the University of North Carolina Tar Heels football team. The most successful NFL coach in history, with Super Bowl rings for 8 of his 10 fingers, 6 with the New England Patriots and 2 as a defensive coordinator with the New York Giants, agreed to come to UNC at age 73 to establish, in his words, a professional program at the collegiate level. Belichick signed a 5-year, $50 million contract and is looking to mold these young players for the NFL and life after football. His coaching history speaks for itself, but it'll be very interesting to see how Belichick handles the new realm of college football with things like NIL deals and transfer portals and all of that other new era stuff. Speaking of postseasons and trophies, the NBA In-Season Cup tournament came to a close on Tuesday night. The Milwaukee Bucks have won the 2024 NBA Cup with a dominant 97-81 victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder. Giannis Antetokounmpo was selected MVP after he scored 26 points to go along with 19 rebounds and 10 assists, adding to an already lengthy resume of accolades including Finals MVP, 2-time League MVP, and NBA champion. It's a game that only counted for tournament purposes, but there was a ton of additional bonus money for Bucks players. They got $514,971 apiece, while the Thunder players got $205,988 each. But the win, the loss, and the statistics from the game won't count towards the regular season. And although this win doesn't count for the regular season, it still shows what an absolute tear the Bucks have been on recently. This was their 13th win in their last 16 games, even though it won't be part of the official record. After 24 hours off on Wednesday, the NBA regular season resumed on Thursday. Other than the massive Juan Soto news a few weeks back, it's been a few months since I've had really anything baseball related to cover, but the MLB free agency period is open and some big names are moving around. It was announced on Tuesday that the New York Yankees acquired outfielder/first baseman Cody Bellinger in a trade with the Chicago Cubs, continuing to try and stock up on high-end talent in the wake of Soto's defection to the New York Mets. Chicago also sent cash considerations to New York, which shipped right-hander Cody Poteet to the Cubs to complete the deal. Bellinger was the 2019 National League MVP and returned to MVP-level form in 2023 after a few subpar seasons. After hitting .266 with 18 home runs and 78 RBIs this year, Bellinger entered free agency. With all that said, due to all the holiday schedules, this will be the final show of 2024. Thank you, as always, for tuning into this segment for the past 52 weeks and the past 135 episodes we've done. Hard to believe that Sports Corner is almost 3 years old now. Anyways, I hope you all have an incredible holiday season filled with lots of fun, laughter, and of course, sports. Don't miss out on the first episode of the new year on January 3rd. I'm Cole Young, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.
I've devoted my career as a physician to one thing: ending cancer. At City of Hope, where more than 1,600 cancer specialists work towards breakthrough discoveries every day, we're beating national cancer survival rates. And though I'm proud to be part of revolutionizing care here in Orange County, what I'm most proud of is giving you hope.
Attention Laguna Woods homeowners. Upgrade your bathroom with luxury bath designs of Orange County and enjoy up to $4,000 off or 20% savings, whichever is greater. We bring everything right to your door: fixtures, faucets, flooring, walls, and more. No hassle, no stress. Our expert team will design a space that's beautiful, comfortable, and safe. Call now or visit luxurybathdesigns.com to schedule your consultation. Luxury, comfort, and peace of mind, just one call away.
Aging at home with the support of a caregiver offers numerous benefits physically and emotionally. Right at Home helps you stay amongst your personal belongings, memories, and comfort of your home. We offer one-on-one care that helps monitor health, assist with daily activities such as showering, medical medication reminders, cooking, safety, and accident prevention. Our team at Right at Home can help maintain your independence, keep a routine, and allow you to continue to make your own choices while improving your quality of life. We are Right at Home.
And welcome back. Hey, we want to talk about our movies for today and tomorrow. We got some great ones lined up. We got Holiday, 1938 with Cary Grant. It's going to be on at 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles, and it's brought to us by Pacific Financial Planners. It's a young man deeply in love with a girl from a wealthy family, faces widespread skepticism when he shares his unconventional dream of spending his early years traveling. The only ones who support his plan are his fiance's free-spirited sister and her patient, long-suffering brother. Hey, who doesn't like a good holiday romance movie? And this is one of them, so make sure you watch that one tonight, or today at 2 p.m. and tonight at 6 p.m. And then on Saturday, we have White Christmas, just in time for the holidays, on a great winter day, our first day of winter. White Christmas with Bing Crosby. It's brought to us by RadNet. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles. A romantic comedy about a talented song and dance duo who falls in love with a pair of singing sisters, and they join forces with them to save their former commanding generals struggling in Vermont. It is a great classic movie. You will love it. Bing Crosby. It's just White Christmas. I wonder if that one won the Academy Award for Best Song. I don't know. I have to check that one. All right, let's take a quick check of the weather before we go out. And we don't have a white Christmas in store for us anytime soon, but we will have some nice cool temperatures as we head towards Christmas Eve and Christmas next week. So enjoy the temperatures, mostly cloudy. It'll feel a little like maybe like it could snow, but it's not going to. All right. Tomorrow on the program, we're going to welcome the folks from Window Jazz, and we're going to get a medical update from Hogue. So stay tuned for that. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.